Double JJ Johnson sitting in for Rami Makloff today. Of course, we got my guy FP Jr. on the other side. And of course, Simone is on the other side of the glass, dropping old school hip hop hits like this. FP said, man, I can rap this whole song.
This is my song.
That's what he just said.
If there's one song, gun to my head, I have to rap.
This is it?
Mass Appeal by Gangstar.
Really?
Guru, DJ Premier.
Love Guru. Guru is a beast, man. Gone too soon, as many different people are. We see in the YouTube and, of course, the text line, man, tons and tons and tons of people talking about the lottery ticket, the Powerball, where to hit it, where to pick it up, where to get it, where to grab it, you know, all that type of stuff, man. As I always say, and I'm not even going to put my boy on the spot, why is lottery tickets, the winning numbers always pulled in influential areas? Never not in the hood, though. It's never in the hood. I never see people in the hood hit for $1 billion, but I remiss, man. Joined by my guy, Derek Hagan, former NFL player, of course, coached at ASU Sun Devil in his heart, as I know he would be definitely happy that I put that out there, man. He's been rocking and rolling. One of the best guys, man. I just thought about this. I've known Derek for probably like a decade now, which is crazy, man. I'm getting old. I don't want to say he's getting old because he's always getting sharper as I am. What's up, D?
What's good, man? What's going on? Hey, you ain't lying about getting old, man. We're getting ready to push 40, so we're getting up there, but it's all good.
It's all beautiful. I just hit 40 2 months ago, bro. So I'm already there. Come with me. You know what I mean? Don't be opposed to it. Come with me.
About a year to go, so I'm getting there. I'm enjoying my 30s right now. I got to enjoy them.
No doubt, man. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about the NFL, but I want to start here, man, because I talked about Arizona State, and you know, when you left, you were the leader of everything at Arizona State when it came to wide receiver skill positions, catches, yards, you name it. You were the guy. You were up on the wall. The Pac-10 at that time, which is now the Pac-12, you know, of course, you could talk about that if you want to, but it seems like it's an uphill climb right now when it comes to a big-time conference, especially now you losing USC and UCLA to LA schools, which you're from Los Angeles, so you know the hype when it comes to that. Man, what's your thoughts on the Pac-12 right now, brother, and where they going?
Man, you know what? It's, you know, they got an uphill battle, you know, obviously dealing with all these other schools out there and stuff. But right now I feel like, you know, the Pac-12 is just behind the 8 ball. And I think it just starts with, you know, with the conference and the leaders that's in charge of this conference. You know, we're behind. And as you can see, at the end of the day, it comes down to money, and USC and UCLA, you know, they're taking off. So when you look at it, that's going to hurt the Pac-12, man, and not sure exactly where it's going to go, if they're going to bring in 2 more teams or we're going to just go back to being a Pac-10 like we were back in the day. But to lose 2 schools that's been historically dominant, you know, for years in all sports, you know, the conference is going to be for the taking. Not sure who else is going to make that jump and that step and that leap to take over. There's some few teams and few schools in mind, but you know, we're behind the 8 ball. At the end of the day, it comes down to money, comes down to the TV streams. And one thing about it, the Pac-12, you know, there's really nowhere to watch the football games. You know, nobody has a Pac-12 network. You know what I mean? So not sure what they're going to do about it, but hopefully they'll get this thing figured out and take it from there.
Derek, it's FP Jr. here. Do you ever see a future where college football is going to be popular in California again? Because the numbers don't lie. It's just the outreach in California, it just doesn't pop. The ratings don't pop for college football for whatever reason. It's one of the biggest states in the country, and they don't really care about college football. And I think that's a huge disservice, because you have all these kids from the area that are popping off at big schools like Alabama and in the SEC and the Pac-12. Do you see a future where California loves college football again?
Man, you know what? Honestly, I don't know, because it's Cali, man. I'm from Cali, you know, grew up in Palmdale, California, but when you think about California, there's so much to do. You know what I mean? Even though you got, you got the Lakers, you got the Warriors, you got the Kings. I mean, you got the Clippers, you got the Chargers, you got, you know, the Rams. So just LA in general, Hollywood, there's just too much going on. And you know, college football is you know, not that important to people in California as, you know, people in the South. You know, they eat, wake up, and watch football. That's what they do. But California, like I said, there's so much to do in LA. It's hard to play catch up, you know, with all that going on in Southern California and Northern.
Speaking with Derek Hagan, former NFL wide receiver, and of course, man, he out there in Arizona. You still in Arizona, D? You still out in Arizona, Derek?
Man, you know what? I'm still in this hot AZ sunshine.
Yeah,
and in this beautiful state,
I thought you were. Yeah,
you know,
I thought you were, man.
Yeah, I'm out here, man. This is this home, man. It's 110 plus. We just broke a record for, I think, the most straight days. I think it's been like 15 straight days, 110 degrees and plus out here. Oof. So it's a hot state, but after you get through the summer, man, it's nice and cool, and it's 70, 75 degrees on the daily, so I can't complain.
That part, man. Speaking with Derek Hagan, former NFL wide receiver. D, man, you played a skill position. Obviously, playing wide receiver, man, but you played with the guys like Ricky Williams, Brandon Jacobs, Ronnie Brown, got running backs like that. What's your overall thoughts on the running back spot right now, not getting paid?
Man, those are, those backs you just mentioned, man, those are some dominant backs when, the league was not a pass-happy league. When you look at it now, it's all about throwing the ball. The receiver and quarterback position are the two prime positions on offense. And, teams and fans, they want to see some points scored. So, as far as the running backs, it kind of sucks because, now they've been devalued. When you look at, guys like, Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, those guys are on the back burner. And, if you've been paying attention to it, they're, Josh Jacobs and Saquon, they're sitting there complaining about the money. And do they deserve to get paid? Yeah. They should be making around $15, $20 million a year. But now, the way this league works, like I said, the diva positions are the quarterback and the wide receiver and the D lineman. Those are three positions that are, making the most money. And hopefully, they can come up with something where, these running backs can get some more value.
Derek, you were a wide receiver. Do you ever see wide receivers in the future running into a similar financial situation that the running backs are going through just because everybody wants to be a wide receiver in the NFL? Seriously, the kids love it. Those are the skill positions. They want to be quarterbacks, wide receivers. You see that happening.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Right. I mean, if you look on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff, like you said, everybody wants to be a wide receiver, and that's a premier position. So I don't think that position is ever going to go away because now it's all about throwing the football. Quarterbacks are throwing for 4,000, 5,000 yards a season. You got receivers that, catching over 100 passes, going for over 1,500 yards. And, when you look at it, the receivers, they're averaging, in between from $15 and $30 million a year. So, everybody sees those dollar signs. Everybody sees their touchdown celebrations. And I don't see that going away anytime soon.
Rocking with Derek Hagan, former NFL wide receiver, played for the Dolphins, of course, man, among others. I always like to talk to Dolphins because it just makes me feel good to talk about Miami and good weather. D, before I let you go, before I let you go, though, D, I'm going to get your top five wide receiver all-time list because DK Metcalf has got everybody going crazy with his top five, putting Jerry Rice, I believe, at number 4. But something I've always wanted to ask you that I've never had to ask you, not on the record and off the record, man, how was it playing for Nick Saban?
Man, you know what? I got him young, so I was fresh out of college. I think I was just turning 21, and I tell you, man, that was one hell of a training camp. That was probably the hardest training camp I've ever had in Miami that first year with Saban. Obviously it was 2 days back then. Now they don't have 2 days like that. So, we was on the field probably for about 2.5, 3 hours, and it's 95 degrees with 100% humidity, and Saban didn't care. It was just like get up, get your ass to work, and do what you do. So it was tough that first year, but once you got through camp, man, Saban was all about ball, and he always wanted to win, and as you can see now. He's tearing it up at Alabama. So he's brought that culture. He's brought that to be the best mentality and prove yourself on a daily basis. Doesn't matter what you did last week. It matters about what you do today. And he's taking it. And you see Alabama being a national powerhouse year in and year out.
now is the time that we want to get that top 5 list before we let you go, Derek. I'm gonna put you on the spot, man. As Brian McFadden said over at CBS, Derek Hagan, give me your top 5 wide receivers of all time, my brother.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get killed like DK, man. It's come on now. He should know who the GOAT is. I rock the 8-0, after Jay Rice. So Jay Rice is definitely number one. He's done so much for the league, and everybody patting their game. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, man, it was all about Jay Rice. Even early 2000s, he was still balling at 40 years old. So I got to go with Rice. At number 1, I got to go with T.O. at number 2. They both, Bay Area legends with the 49ers. And then I got to go with Randy Moss at 3. Let me see. Megatron at 4. I don't know how people forget about Megatron, man. He was a killer at 6'5". And then last but not least, I got to go with Larry Fitzgerald, man. The Pitt product, Arizona Cardinals, couldn't stop for many, many years. So a lot of people – forget about what he did for this league and how he did so many things for the Cardinals, man. So that's my top 5 right there. I don't think anybody's going to jump on my back after that one. So
no, that's a great list.
What's going on.
No doubt, man. I always appreciate your time, D, man. We got to make this a little more of a habit, man. I always miss hollering at you, bro. Derek Hagan, former NFL wide receiver, Dolphins, Giants, Raiders, Bills. Who else am I missing? There's another 1 or 2 at the back end, right? Tampa or Tennessee, something like that, right?
Man,
There's a
Titans,
couple T's in there.
Tennessee Titans, man, and a hometown team, the Oakland Raiders, man. You guys are close by, so
yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. Appreciate your time, D, out there in Arizona, man. Stay cool, brother.
Man, anytime, man. Just let me know.